This is Jared Horak for today's RacingDigest.com, and my Today's Racing Digest video series continues Saturday, December 1st, 2018. It's Cigar Mile Day at Aqueduct, and we're going to look at all four of the stakes races, and I'm going to give my top win choice in each of the four stakes races at Aqueduct on December 1st. Cigar Mile Day, as I said. Let's get right into it. And we're going to start with the fourth race from Aqueduct. It's going to be the Grade 2 Demoiselle, and they're going to be traveling 1.1 miles on the main track. And let's pull up the Today's Racing Digest race header right now. As we can see from the race header, looking at the track profile, early speed is strong in local dirt route races at Aqueduct. And then we're going to jump over to line 4 and 5 for the race header. And in line 4 and 5, we're going to look at the RCL. The RCL in the race header is the race competition level. That's basically the class of the race that the horses have been running in. And then line 5 is the CPR, the Comprehensive Performance Rating. That's a Today's Racing Digest rating that takes into account pace, final time, and closing fraction. As we can see from those numbers, your morning line favorite, number 1, Enliven, he has the best combination of class and then his CPR numbers as well. So I think he's the one to beat. Enliven, he's going to be my top choice. He has every advantage in this race. She is the morning line favorite. She's going to break from the inside post. She has speed in a race where there's not a lot of early speed. She can go to the front. She doesn't have to go to the front. She can stalk the pace if she needs to. Her fire, CPR, and final ratings are all improving. The fire number for Today's Racing Digest is speed throughout a race. We talked about the CPR. The final ratings speak for themselves. This one's bred to handle a route of ground. As I said, she's going to be forwardly placed, saving all the ground. Joe Bravo is going to ride back for trainer Karen McLaughlin. They're a 6 for 29 jockey trainer team. I think Enliven is going to be tough to beat in the Demoiselle Stakes. Let's jump over to race 6 from Aqueduct, the Grade 3 Go for Wand, and they're going to be traveling 1 mile on the main track. Now, your morning line favorite in here at even money is number 1, Marley's Freedom. Now, this one was 4th as the favorite in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint last time. 4 horses across the line at the finish, and she ended up 4th. And the number didn't come back that strong, so I don't think that was a strong renewal of the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. Now, she does own the best overall numbers. She's certainly going to be one that they're going to have to contend with, probably in the stretch. But she's never run this far, and she's going to take a lot of money for Mike Smith and Bob Baffert. I'm going to look for a horse in here that loves this one-turn mile distance and drew a good post, and that's number 8, Pacific Wind. 6-1 morning line for trainer Chad Brown. Drew perfectly, as I said. I think that she's got that stalking speed. She's going to stalk the pace from the outside. And she's also reuniting with her winning rider, Irad Ortiz Jr. Now, she is 2 for 2 at this distance, and she earned some strong Today's Racing Digest numbers. She got a 144 and 141 final rating in those 2 victories. Irad Ortiz was aboard as well. And one of those wins was in a graded stakes, the Grade 2 Ruffian Stakes. Now, in her last 3 starts, she ran in longer races. She disappointed in those, but I didn't think she ran that bad in the Spinster Stakes. She finished 3rd from post 10 at 1 1/8 miles. Race was too far for her. She did get a 137 final rating, which puts her closer to her better ratings, which she earned at 1 mile. And there's no reason why she can't jump back into the 140s from a final rating standpoint. And if she does that, she should be right there at the finish at a little bit of a price. Let's jump over to race 8, the Grade 2 Remsen for 2-year-olds, 1 1/8 miles on the main track. This is another race where we'll pull up the Today's Racing Digest race header, and we'll look at lines 4 and 5 to see if we can come up with the winner in this one. Again, the combination of class and CPR and network effect, your second choice on the morning line, has the best numbers, and he's been facing the classiest horses recently. Won his debut, stalked the pace, and that was at 7 furlongs at Saratoga. Never easy to win, 7 furlongs first time out, and then last time out, ended up finishing a clear second in the Grade 3 Nashua Stakes at 1 mile at Aqueduct. After that race, it's going to stretch out to 1 1/8 miles. It's going to need a little bit of pace help. He's not a stone closer, but he's probably going to come from mid-pack, stalking the pace under Javier Castellano. Again, this one trained by Chad Brown. Looks like a solid threat as the second choice on the morning line. Now, your morning line favorite in this race is going to be the 6, Maximus Mischief, coming in from Parks. Won both of those races at Parks very easily, but last time only ended up beating 2 horses. So we just don't know how good this horse is. 2 for 2 in sprint races. It's going to stretch out to 1 1/8 miles. Obviously has some talent. He's run fast. We'll have to see how he classes up and how he handles the distance, facing a better group Will probably get pace pressure as well. Not going to offer any value. Wouldn't be surprised if he ran well. Wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get the distance either. And now finally, Aqueduct Race 9, the Grade 1 Cigar Mile. 1 mile on the main track. In this race, your morning line favorites, number 1, Mendelssohn. He's had a long campaign this year. He started out overseas. He won the Dubai, the prep race for the UAE Derby for the Derby. He was up the track in the Kentucky Derby. He's run his last 5 races in the U.S. Hasn't won any of them. He has hit the board in a few. He has some speed, but he's won. As a 3-year-old taking on older, the 3-year-old males have not been beating older horses this year. It's not going to offer a lot of value. He is an inside pace factor. The 5 Copper Town is your second choice on the morning line, and I think he's probably the one to beat in here. It's just a question of, is he fit enough after having his first start in almost more than a year, actually, last time out when he won that one. He's 3 for 4 lifetime after finishing second in his debut. He's won all 3 of his starts. He can handle this distance. He has early pressing versatility for trainer Todd Pletcher, and he's certainly one that's capable of winning a race like this. He looked good at Keeneland last time out at 6.5 furlongs, and he can handle this distance. And then number 8, Patternrecognition, is your third choice on the morning line. I liked him last time in the Grade 2 Kelso. He was 5-1. He won that one. He controlled the pace. There was an inside speed bias. He rode that bias. He won nicely. This time from the outside post, meeting other speed. Don't like him as much here. The horse that I do like in here is number 2, Sonny Rich. He's 9-2 morning line. He couldn't catch Patternrecognition in the Grade 2 Kelso, but he was rallying wide from the outside post, and that was a good effort, finishing second. Much better than a peer's effort. If the track played more fair and he got more pace help, he could have easily won that race. And he's finished in the top 3 in all 5 of his starts at this 1 mile distance. He's got stalking speed, and if he can get some more pace help, he can get there. He's also reconnecting with his winning rider, Arat Ortiz Jr., and he has earned between 135 and 158 final ratings in his last 6 starts, and his best 2 numbers during that stretch, a 153 and a 158, put him right in the mix here, and he's going to be a fair price at 9-2. So let's jump back and look at our top choices in these 4 stakes races. In Aqueduct Race 4, the Grade 2 Demoiselle, number 1, Enliven, the top choice. Aqueduct Race 6, the Grade 3 Go for Wand, number 8, Pacific Wind is the top choice. Aqueduct Race 8, the Grade 2 Remsen, number 5, Network Effect is my top choice. Finally, Aqueduct Race 9, the Grade 1 Cigar Mile, number 2, Sonny Ridge, the value top choice. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my new YouTube channel, and leave some comments below. Who do you like in these stakes races on Cigar Mile Day at Aqueduct on December 1st? If you're interested in my full card analysis, you can find that each and every day from Del Mar at todaysracingdigest.com. And then if you want this complete digest for Cigar Mile Day for Saturday, December 1st, 2018, go over to todaysracingdigest.com and get that complete digest. Plenty of information there, workout analysis, much more analysis of all the horses, speed figures, and everything that you get in the digest. And you can find that at todaysracingdigest.com. That will wrap up this week's video. We'll be back next week with another stakes race from around the country.